Mashiyane politically incorrectly kae bomme?
Sikhona ninjani bhuti?
This is probably the biggest gender representation of females in the city of Tshwane ever since I've seen this Mayco in the previous years. And so we can start with the questioning.
Okay, my name is Phumeza, the chairperson of the ANC Women's League, Greater Tshwane region.
Thank you. So in location, where are you based in the city?
Myself?
Yes.
I'm in Montana.
Okay, in Montana. The reason I wanted to ask you that question is deliberately because at the end I'm gonna need to assess where you're really receiving services where you are based as opposed to those who are in the township. What's your sentiment about the people who were elected today, installed today as MMCs?
Okay, thank you. First of all,
Mike, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Okay, first of all, I would like to congratulate the executive, starting from our mayor, who is a woman, Moya. It's a great achievement for us, even though she's not the first female mayor in Tshwane, but we are happy that in this new government that we have formed in Tshwane, we have a woman as a mayor. Now, getting to the executive that has been announced today by our mayor, we are happy as the ANC Women's League that it has got 50-50 representation, gender representation. We have got 5 women who have been appointed as MMCs. So we are happy as the ANC Women's League. And we would like to see that happening even on the deployments that are coming, chair of chairs, chairpersons of portfolios, and all other departments, even on the officials. We are expecting to see that women should be represented properly.
Gender parity has never been an issue with the ANC. In the ANC Women's League, you have championed it and you have won it at many conferences, so it's not new to you. So these are real gains for women in the city of Tshwane. What is it that in particular you wish to be championed by women and for women in the city?
Women, there is always a saying that says if you empower a woman, you empower a nation. In our city, we've got a lot of unemployment on the side of women. So we understand that the women that have been put on the executive today are actually representing us, and they understand the challenges that we go through as women. So we understand that in their departments, what we are expecting as women, not that we don't expect it from men, but at least for women, because we know that these are people that understand the struggles of women, that they would look at the representation of women, how their departments are empowering women. When we talk of empowerment of women, we start by the cleaner. We also talk on the issue of officials. We also talk on women that are in business. How is the representation there? The businesses that are owned by women, how is it happening in the city? Are they empowered? Are they supported? That's what we want to see. And we believe that if we've got 5 women that are representing us, those issues will be looked at because they understand exactly where we come from as women.
On the 5+1 females who are represented there, which amongst them are ANC Women's League, and what specific message on behalf of the women in the city do you want to give them?
Thank you very much. Those that are specifically from our side as the ANC Women's League, Ki Metlangi, Lime Palisa. And we know both of them. Metlangi is on roads and transport, Palisa is on social development. So we know there are a lot of challenges. On the challenges that I've mentioned before, Palisa will play a very big role. Metlangi on her side, I'm sure she will also be able to play a very big role in terms of empowerment of women in business.
Street hawkers, the ANC has been famous for, in the city of Tshwane, for incorporating people like street hawkers, a lot of issues in the city that impact women specifically. You would remember those bodies that were there, people were taken to Brazil and stuff. Is the resuscitation of those programs that are coming back, would you love that? And do you think they were taken away during the DA time?
Thank you very much. You know, we have experienced a lot of complaints from those such groups, complaining that since Mayor Ramogopa left the city, since the DA took over, no one has been taking care of them. they are just there and they are not having any form of progress, unlike when the ANC was in power. So we are hopeful that our team that has gotten in and took over as MMCs will take over from where our mayor left, our former mayor Sputa Ramokgopa, and also to actually visit them so that they can hear what is it that they can do to improve their lives.
Thank you, Chairperson. Amongst you, these females, these Mbokotos who are flanking you now, are they members of the community? Are they ANC Women's League? Are they ANC? And are we allowed to speak to them?
Okay, the women that are around me, they are from the ANC Women's League in different leadership levels. We've got NEC amongst us, we've got PEC members amongst us, REC members amongst us, those that are leading in the Women's League in form of the ROB of the ANC Women's League. We also have zonal leaders, we also have branch leaders that are here today to witness this experience that we are experiencing today.
Can I get maybe a word of encouragement from any of them who can talk? Mama Legai? She's not comfortable. Yeah. Who can speak just so we don't get one voice? Legai Mama. Please just tell our audience where in the city in particular.
My name is Tshwane Ndlovu. I'm in the PC of the ANC Women's League. I'm currently residing in Mamelodi in Lusaka.
So I asked the city mayor, no, in fact, the provincial chairperson of Action SA, that the city mayor articulated 2 billion rand project into the communities that are townships in particular. And you remember this has been a burning issue in the city. And then an MMC of DA came and said, yeah, but now suddenly they said we do not budget for the township. Now they say there is budget. And I'm not going to ask you those technical questions. I just want to feel for you. In the township where you reside, did you have services? Did you feel Tshwane was servicing you in the DA capacity?
Personally, I don't think so, because when one, fortunately, my home, where my parents' home is in a semi-suburb, and I'm residing in a township. So one could actually see the difference in terms of service delivery to our people. Like you remember when there was that issue with waste removal, we didn't have waste removal in the townships, but they did have in the semi-suburb areas. You know, when you launch a complaint in the city, if you are in that semi-suburb area, you get serviced very quickly, but in the township it was a lag. So it was really difficult, I feel, for our own councillors, because, you know, we look up to them for service delivery, but unfortunately for them, they must request services from other people. So I really feel it was not balanced at all.
Thank you very much. Chairperson, in Montana, the differences in, because you work all over the city, the differences in the services that you got from city to suburb, what was the impact that you felt?
No, in Montana where I stay, you would know that Montana is mainly white dominated. So there are no challenges of services in Montana. But as I lead in the city as the chairperson of the ANC Women's League, I visit a lot of townships through the programs of the ANC Women's League, where I am seeing that they are experiencing the challenges of service delivery.
Amongst other issues that I spoke to the ANC leadership, they told me that the turnaround time to patch a pothole in the township and in the suburb, it's not the same. What is it that you can tell Tangi now in terms of empowering the communities for, you know, pothole projects and stuff, and innovative ways of making sure that the turnaround time of patching these potholes and, you know, closing a lot of things, what is it that you want to directly talk to Tangi about?
You know, I think Comrade Tangi is a comrade who's well vested in the community. She's not a leader who does not know the challenges. I believe that she is a bona fide child of the township, of a black child, black class. So I think the chairperson said it very well, that they would, in conjunction with them, they would go around the city. So I don't really think there's something that we would tell her except just to give her support, because we think she's no stranger to our challenges. She's a woman leader. She knows, she understands the township. So it is, we welcome the appointment, because it is someone who knows the challenges, who was there also even in her own capacity, not as MMC, to assist equally with the leadership of the region of the Women's League. So I don't think we just will emphasize, but she knows that she must work with the townships. And I think, as Chairperson has alluded, to bring in women would be very something like your EPWPs, your ordinary women out there who are seeking employment. And I think that is something that is very close to Tlangi's heart, also equally with Palisa.
Thank you very much. So I'm closing now. I just want to ask for stability. The monk, man, the motion of no confidence, 2026 year feature. I guess everyone now is waiting to please the citizens of the city to make sure that here I am, I'm performing, you saw me representing the party while I'm serving people. Can we envisage any monk in the next 16, 18 months before the elections?
No, we don't. But I think the message that we want to send to this new executive is that we are putting them on a 100 days challenge, meaning they must show us in 100 days why did we have to remove the DA and get into power. They have that challenge to show the citizens of Tshwane that we are here, and we are here because you complained, because you were not happy, so we are here to bring you solution. And that is possible in 100 days. So they are actually on a 100 days challenge, according to us as a Women's League, to work together and prove to the residents of Tshwane that